Here I'm going to share with you few of the strategy what as a tester you need to follow. It doesn't matter that you are from different background, different job profile, or you have the career gap. This strategy can benefit if you are following this for just 2 to 3 months. And believe me, this is a tested strategy which benefited more than 5 to 600 people. All of them are my students. So this is I'm going to share with you, and just few things I'm going to left on you. Identify those things by yourself. But rest of the thing I'm going to explain. I'm going to give you a brief idea about what should be your QA strategy so that you can get 100% success. And in this video, I'm going to explain you what should be your technical strategy specifically. In the next video or in the upcoming video, I will share with you how you can maximize your interview calls. That whatever the interviewer or the consultant or the company is searching the skill set, every time you will get a call from them. Every time. Not a single time it will miss. That is the 100% promise. So in this video, I'm just explaining you that what should be your technical strategy, which is the most important thing, right? What should be your technical strategy to get a to convert your interview into the offer and maximum benefit from if you are following one path, then how you can get the maximum benefit, not only that particular path, but also by doing some more effort, applying some more effort, you can convert multiple vertical that strategy. You can use those strategy in a multiple way. So let's start. So first of all, just see that what is the manual testing. I'm starting from the manual testing. So the basic answer everyone says that to test the application manually is manual testing. But I'm asking, is this correct one? So if I'm testing application manually, so this is a manual testing. A normal answer you can find on the Google. Everyone even says that, right? But is this correct? Just ask yourself. If this is correct, then why so many manual testers are not getting jobs? They have attended trainings. They attended. Uh, Even few of them are working, but they asked to resign from the job. If they are in the manual testing, they are doing good at their workplace, then why they are asked to resign? And first question is, testing any application through manually is the manual testing? The answer is, we will find the answer, but let's ask these two questions yourself. And I believe that you all are understanding this is the correct, right? To test the application manually is a manual testing. But later on, we will see what exactly the manual testing is. And the final one is manual testing is so much complicated. If a tester is testing the application, so what is the complication in that? Tester knows that what is the business requirement, they are getting the requirement documents, they are preparing the test cases, they execute the test cases. So is that so much complicated? I guess no. And you are also you will also accept that this is not much complicated, right? But first of all, we need to know that what are the application components which is tested by the tester. Later on, we will discuss or we will explore what is exactly the manual testing is. So the first thing that, okay, manual tester are performing on the application, automation tester are also performing on the application. So the first thing I need to know that what is the exactly the web application. I'm not talking about a website or any window-based application. I'm talking about the web application, like enterprises application. So what exactly that enterprise application? Then we will understand what is my role, what an industry is looking as a manual tester, what skill set I should have, right? So the first thing I need to know that what are the application layers, how the application works. So you can see in this, there are basically three layers of any web application. It can be go four, five, six, seven, but basic, the three layer must be there in any web application. Those are the front end layer, middle layer, and the back end layer. Front end layer means where are you and end user are working. Middle layer, where all the business logic is written. All the business logic is written. And backend layer, that is a database. Kind, you can say that a container which stores the data. And there are different databases. Like business layer, on the business layer, there are different languages the developer used to write the code. But understand this thing. This is a very simple, as a layman, I explain you. But just think like a end user. Just take an example of an end user that you are using, let's say, Paytm. Whatever you are doing on the Paytm, you tap on the UI part, user interface, right? And suppose you are paying some grocery store 100 rupees, it is going to his account or her account, right? How that is transferred from your bank account to grocery store owner's bank account? Because you are doing from the user interface, simple thing. You are putting some data and then you submit that one. So how this happens that 100 rupees, suppose you purchase some product of 100 rupees. So 100 rupees is debited from your account and credited to the store's owner's account. How this is happening? This all things happen through the business layer. Now imagine if Paytm created a very good, rich user interface, but out of, let's say, 1,000 times, you are making a payment to any grocery store, out of 1,000 times, only one times your payment goes to some other party. Will you use the Paytm ever again? Of course, the answer is no. No matter it whether I am transferring 100 rupees or 10,000 rupees. But every time, even if you use the Paytm monthly, let's say 10,000 times. So in all the 10,000 times, the failure that is 0%. Who is doing this? That is done by the middle layer. The most important part of the any software. And you can say, this is, if I give you the simple example, that this is your heart. If heart will not pump correctly, then the blood will not flow to the all organs. And then there would be chance of fatal accident, right? So the middle layer is the most important part of any application. Got it? Now coming to the backend layer. If your account is debited by 100 rupees, so how you will verify that my account is debited 100 rupees and the grocery owner's account is credited 100 rupees? As a tester, you need to verify this. You cannot say, oh, my account is debited. So I'm sure that it is credited to the store owner's account. Here, at one point, you are sure that you got a message from the bank that 100 rupees debited. But are you sure that credit is happened on the store owner account? You are assuming here. It is credited, right? So this is the problem with the tester. Testing cannot be done on the basis of assumption. Cannot be done basis of assumption. Even 1% assumption is not, even forget the 1%, even 0.00001% assumption is also not permissible to test anything. So you have to validate the backend also. Front end is doing front end is doing just to capture the user input, nothing else. It is just capturing the user input. These two layers are working, right? So here you can see on the front end layer, that is also known as a presentation layer, where the different technologies are involved now. As earlier, that was only the HTML and CSS, but later on, the few more technologies came on the front end. That was the JavaScript, Node.js, Angular, React.js. But in the middle layer, these are the, you can say that universal technology is still there. That is the Java started in 2002 or 1 around. .NET 2004 5 around 4 5. Then C Sharp, that is a part of the develop .NET as well, Microsoft product. Python, this is the old technology. C++, this is also very old technology. And there are multiple kind of database. Every company creates their own database. So they have given their name of the database. Few are the structured database, few are the unstructured database. So these are the some deep, going on deep, but I'm not going on there. Basically, you understand here that what is the most important to test any application? The front end layer or middle or back end layer? What is the most important part or important thing for the tester, for the client, for the end user, for the everyone, every stakeholder of the project? So now you can see that what is the current market situation or manual testing demand in the market. Now, can we say that to test the application manually is manual testing? But what is manual tester are testing? Now, what is the meaning of application here? Manually, I'm testing the application, but what is the meaning of application? Is it the front end layer only? Of course, that front end layer is behaving just like a middle layer, and the database, what are the response getting from the database, what are the code being executed on the provided data from the front end. So we can see the what is the issue on the front end layer. But what is the most important here? That we need to validate whole application and not a front end part. So for whole application, what we need to test? UI, business layer, or both? Because database is a container, we can validate that one. That is also important, but the most important thing, which one we are validating? And just check your resume. What is in your resume? Are you validating business layer in application? Are you validating business layer? Or you are just mention about the UI testing? You will identify where is the gap. And now these days market demand the testers who are involved in all three layers of testing, not only the front end part. You should know all three layers of testing. Then, because all these three layers are making the application, right? Application is not only the part of the UI. Okay, fine. You can say that you business layer is there. So why we need to validate the business layer? Why we need to validate the database? Because all are synced and we can get the information. If I'm doing right, then it will give me the positive result on the UI side. And if I'm doing the wrong, it will give me the negative result on the UI side. There is one answer to this. But this answer is very, very late in 2020, after 2022, 2020, sorry. After 2020, this answer is very late. You can give this answer. This answer was valid till 2005, 7, 8, not after the 8 even. Till 2008, this answer was valid because at that time, business layer validation was a bit complex for the tester. Even the tool was not developed to test the business layer. So now in these days, market is looking at testers who can test all three layers of the application. All three layers of the application. And they are telling that person who knows that all three layers of how to test all three layers of the application as a manual tester. They are treated as a manual tester now these days. So now, again, one question. Which layer is most important? User interface, business layer, or database? If you can answer this, I have written below, answer this, then you can understand what is the manual testing. Every layer is important, but they are different stakeholder. If I'm a non-technical person, then why I should bother about the business logic and database? I'm more concerned about if I'm transferring 100 rupees to XYZ person, then it should uh, credited to XYZ person's account. Look and feel should be very good, right? So all three layers are important, but the stakeholders depends upon the stakeholders. Now we can see for vendor company, I'm referring here that if I'm working for XYZ company and they have their product, they are developing or testing the application of PQRS client. So where the development is going on, that is called a vendor company. Just like you can say TCS, HCL, Cognizant, they all are the vendor company. They are working for their clients. So for the vendor company, application should work as per the client requirement, which is you can say that SRS, user story in terms of Agile. And for vendors tester, like you, me, and everyone who is working for the vendor company, application should work as per the requirement. One is the client's requirement, and another is the simple requirement means whatever client is delivered to us, that my application or client application should behave like this. So tester validates accordingly, right? Now here you can see that for client, business layer is very important. Why? For client, business layer is very important. Why? The reason is because the software is being developed to generate the revenue. If one mistake happens, then of course the client reputation will go down. So client, specifically the client technical team, for the client technical team, the business layer functioning is most important part of the any software. For sales people who are non-technical, they are going to sell the product to their clients, customers. So the presentation should be very good, isn't it? So the front end layer should be very good. Means that they are more concerned about the GUI part. That look and feel should be very good. Color combination, template, button size, edit, all the controls, size, shape should be symmetric, and all the things. So they are more concerned about the look and feel, how the application is giving the first look and feel. And for the analyst, marketing, these are technical people, not non-technical. These are technical people. Like you have seen, you have say, listen about, heard about data scientist, marketing people who are technical, that which product need to be pitched more and more to the customer. So how they decide which product need to pitch more customer, which product is selling more, which product demands more. Customer are demanding this product more and more. So how they can increase the price? Can they increase suddenly? Suppose my one product, let's say X, one I am selling one pen, and that pen demands most of the my customer, most of the market, most of the people or the customers are asking that pen, and I am selling that pen in 10 rupees. So can I suddenly raise to 50 rupees? No one will buy that in 50 rupees. So how I can manipulate my price so that I can get maximum profit? So for that purpose, analyst, this is not a business analyst, data scientist kind of people, marketing people who are more prone on, these are not a non-technical. It is a mistake. These people are technical people. They understand that if I gather the data, they fetch the data from the database, and they know that which things need to be tweaked so that we can get a maximum revenue, maximum profit, right? So these all three layers we have seen here are important, but depends upon different stakeholders, right? Now, what is our conclusion? Based on this, we have seen that what is the most important layer of the application. What as a tester I need to verify, what is the vendor company expectation from the tester, what is the client expectation from the vendor company, and what are the different stakeholders expectation from the application. So now can we make our conclusion that manual testing means testing the application to meet the requirement without using any tool, without using any tool. Now, few people may have the question, okay, so I'm not using any tool, but Most of the company are using the Jira. Most of the companies are using XYZ different bug tracking tool, other bug tracking tool. So those are also tool. But ask yourself, is that tool helps anything in the testing? Of course not. That tools only raise the testing, monitor the activity, testers, developers, other stakeholders, reporting tools, right? Those tools doesn't help. Those tool doesn't help in the testing. So testing the application to meet the requirement without using any tool, that is called manual testing. And application, we have already explained, discussed that combination of all three layers. So the first thing you need to know, if you want to get a maximum to maximum input from the job portal or the calls, the first thing you need to know, or you are in a manual testing, doing the GUI testing only, then to survive in the industry, you need to know all three layers. You need to know all three layers. I'm not carrying you, but this is the fact. And this fact, I'm telling you, don't believe on my words. There are lots of data available on the internet, and you can again say that how I can rely on those data. But you can rely on one data which you use on each and every week. I will let you know where you can find those data. Okay. So this is all about the manual testing expectation from you. Organization expects these skill set from you as a manual tester. And if my resume has only the UI testing, then of course I'm very late in this century. And of course, in the result, I can get a plenty of calls if I'm lucky. But in all calls, I will get rejected. And this conclusion is totally based on the data. I will let you know, even you can identify those data. I don't have any magic wand that, or I am getting data from the IT companies. Even you can find out those data, and those data are 100% correct. 100% correct. Or you can say that 95% correct. Because you are also relying on that data. I am also relying on that data. Every IT professionals, every other marketing fields, not only the IT peoples, other job profiles, sales, marketing, medical, other people are also relying on those data. So this is all about the manual testing, which I was trying to explain you what a skill set you should have in this era, specifically. Now, this is the manual testing demand. Good in the GUI testing, good in the middle layer testing, API and SOAP service testing. These technologies are implemented on the middle layer. Now you can resemble my research based on the job details which you have received on your email. Whatever they are asking for the manual testing, you can see these words are there. They're in their job details. Good in database testing, Yeah, there are lots of database. As we discussed, the SQL Server, MySQL, MariaDB, Oracle, Postgres, MongoDB. So all are container. First of all, think about this. All are container. Every container is keeping the data. And whenever I want some data, I can fetch from there. Whenever I want to store the data, I can save there. So all the database are working same way, but there are some differences, and that difference is not more than 10%, even 6 to 7%. Not only not the 10, even 6 to 7%, I can say. And you can work parallelly on all the databases. Why I'm saying you? Because just I'm explaining you the QA path. Remember this. If you pick one database, install all two, three different database in your machine, work all the things. What first uh, practice on one database, simultaneously practice on all the databases. You will see no difference in 95% cases. But you will gain one thing that you can easily mention in your resume. I have worked on our knowledge of SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, MariaDB. One effort, multiple skill set you can get. The more database you will mention, directly proportional to more opportunity, you will get more calls. So this is the, you have to create your path where you can put a less effort, but you can gain maximum things. Today, I am working on SQL, where the SQL Server was deployed on the backend. So, okay, I am good in the SQL Server. I have worked 2 years or 3 years on that application. So, I am good in the SQL Server. Now, when I move to other company or on another project, there they were using the MySQL. Oh, no, no, no. I have run only the SQL Server. All database are same. And here you start losing your confidence because you have not experienced. You just focus one thing and your path is then got distracted. So this is about the manual testing, how you can make your QA path. But wait, this is not the complete one because in 2020 to 2022, this strategy was dynamite. I can bluntly say this strategy was dynamite, and my out of 100 students, 98 students got offer with minimum three offer letter. Minimum three offer letter. 95 to 96% students. This was the just a dynamite. You can say that all the industry. You can even talk to your friends who are in IT industry and all the IT industry in any location. You can talk to your friends as well. But now situation got changed. Now industry demands more and more. So people are shifting from manual testing to automation testing. and they are just learning Selenium with Java, and then I will get a job or I can secure my job. They are just bluntly running in blindfold. Now they learn Selenium with Java, and after when they prepare themselves, then industry asks, okay, we are looking rest assured automation. Why industry is looking rest assured automation? While earlier they were looking Selenium with Java. Have you ever thought about this? Because every industry wants their this layer should work perfectly because my business is coming from this layer. This we can correct it in future also. This is just a makeup kind of things. We can improve our application, but my business logic should not give me any loss or should not give me any issue in the application, because if that will create an issue, then lots of amount will be spent to fix the bug. And that's why they are looking for the API testing. They are looking for the API testing in the manual testing as well. And now the same thing is happening with the automation. Selenium does the web automation, and Rest Assured is a framework which does the API automation. If the API application API is working fine, then of course from the front end layer, no need to go for the Selenium automation. Even one manual tester can, how many screens would be there in any web application? 100, 200 screens, maximum it will be 200 screens. If all my business logic is working perfectly, API is tested perfectly, so 200 screens, how much time it will take to complete? Even in one tester is testing, let's say, 5 screens per day. And API tester provided them the data. These are the positive data. Test with that. And in the positive data, one data you can make negative, that become a negative data. All the scenario would be fail. 5 screen, one tester is testing. So 200 screens, how much time it will take? You can understand why industry is demanding more and more to rest assured automation. This is the reason industry is looking rest assured automation tester. Now, what is the difference between if I'm going to learn Selenium and rest assured? So what I need to learn, Selenium or rest assured? This is the one question. Now see the difference between both. These are the some overview of the course content. Selenium web automation tool, it takes minimum 3 months to learn. Rest assured is the with the Java that takes around 1.5 months. And I'm talking about Monday to Thursday session. This is 3 months. This is 1.5 months. Monday to Thursday, 4 days in a week. And if I can say that let's say 1 hour per 1.5 hour per day. So their course is core Java in Selenium web automation. Then web automation, what is happening? Web is opening on the browser. So you need to know how to handle the browser. So the browser functionality is forward, back, refresh, toString. Then web element handling, ID, name, CSS, XPath, etc. Total 6 web element handling techniques are there. Then mouse and keyboard action, radio button, checkbox, send keys, that is the key input, whatever we are sending that data into the application. Then build management tool, Maven, then framework, TestNG, DDT, Cucumber. At least Cucumber is most of the demanding as of now. So I have just mentioned Cucumber. Data driven is always there. Whether whatever the framework you will use in any automation tool, not only the Selenium, DDT is always there. Always there. Now coming to the REST assured, you can see here, this core Java is also here. API methods, get, post, put, delete. Only the 4 methods are there, which you are also going to cover in the manual testing API test, in the manual API testing. The same thing is also here. No need to go for the web element because this is the middle layer testing. So there is no UI part at here in the REST assured. There is no UI, only the API middle layer. So these things are not here. But I will explain you how you can take one, you can learn one thing and implement here also in the less amount of time, less effort. That's why I named this video as a QA path. Make your path. Do not follow. Build management tool, Maven is also here. Framework is also here. So these things are also the same at here. Whatever am you are doing at here, will do the same thing at here. This method, first of all, your effort will be saved. No need to learn these things. And these things you can learn by yourself only. No need to find any trainer. Easily these things, there are I have written all the things here. Forward, back, refresh too. There are only 4 browser handling methods are there. Web element, only 6 type you can handle. The maximum we use the XPath. Mouse keyboard, only 3. That's it. Now tell me, 3 months you will spend to learn and implement next 2 months to understand more and more thing, or 1.5 month where only the 3 methods run. Here multiple methods you are creating. Here only 3 methods are there. Given, then, when. Given, when, then. Only 3 methods. This one is the most easy to learn in case in terms of job. Then invest 1 hour per day and not more than 2 weeks. You can clear this as well. 1 hour per day, not more than 2 weeks. 4 days in a week, in 8 hours, you will understand. Even that is, I am saying 1 hour per day. Even in 1 hour, you can complete this. Maximum it will take if you invest 1 hour, focus 1 hour, then within 3 hours, you can complete whatever you browser handling, web element, mouse keyboard. These things, you know that. You can also mention that Selenium web automation also I know. This should be your path. I'm not taking much time. I'm just wrapping up, but this should be your path where you can invest your minimum time with maximum coverage. Most of the you people are from the, I believe that testing background, or from the test, you have attended some testing training somewhere, but attended testing training. But have you ever thought that, or if you remember, then in testing, if you are working or not working, or you have attended some training, so they have teach you, or in the project, you created test plan, right? So test plan was a proper document which says that what need to be done, how we will do, how much time we will require to complete these things, and blah 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 things, right? Where is your learning plan? Where is your path? Ask this question from yourself. Or are you following your friends, or oh, he is doing, so I will also do that, and I will get this opportunity and all that. If you are working, then can you tell me that if you are working in X application, now moving to Y application, are they going to follow the same rule, principle, test plan, and all the things? If they are not going to follow, then why you are following others? Make your own QA path, QA strategy, where you can get a maximum benefit with minimum effort, right? So now the next thing, what is the job opportunity? And intentionally, I left this as a blank. You tell me how you can identify, or how I will identify how much the opportunity in all these two technologies. If I am identifying from X platform, or you are identifying from Y platform, then of course there would be conflict. But what about if we both are identifying from the same platform? And I have already told you that platform from where you are getting emails. All of India's all of the leading IT companies, even mid-size, small-size companies, have they post their job on that particular job portal. You can get it from there. No need to ask anyone. You can easily get it from there. That just search on their job, provide the proper keyword and search the job from different years of experience. Let's say 2 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years, 3 to 4 years, 3 to 6 years, and see what are the JD. You can get it very easily. There is no rocket science. And now I'm just wrapping off. In the next video, I will share with you that once you search on job portal by providing any keywords, so there would be some company's job listing is there, right? So just see in every companies there are they have mentioned the date, that 30 days old or 15 days old. So ignore those jobs. Let's check that which is the 1 week old, or whatever the latest came in the list. Just click on that. Now you can identify how many openings are there and how many resumes has been sent to the employer. Not now you can understand, if you when you are applying the job, so where is your resume lying on employer's email box? Then you can understand why you are not getting calls. So as of now, I'm just wrapping up, and in the next or in the upcoming session, or if I get chance to, I will share with you that what are the strategy you can make to get a maximum calls. and 100% you will get call. 100% without buying any paid subscription. Without buying any paid subscription, 100% you will get call. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thanks for your time.